The Iron Fist. No, I'm not talking about Tony Stark's right hand. Hey everybody, I'm Alex. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Marvel Netflix series, The Iron Fist, and why you should watch it. First of all, I'm going to say this video is not going to contain any major spoilers or anything like that. All the plot points I'm going to be talking will be from the first episode. So, I want to clarify, to fully appreciate The Iron Fist, God, that does sound like a weird title more than a superhero name. You got like Power Man and all sorts of stuff. Like, technically Thor isn't really a superhero name, it's just a name. To fully appreciate the Iron Fist, I would highly recommend you check out Daredevil Season 1 and 2, Luke Cage, and the Jessica Jones. Because, yeah, you can watch the Iron Fist and slightly enjoy it, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It enhances the experience, and you're like, oh my god, it's that from Luke Cage, and that from Jessica Jones, and that from Daredevil. It makes the show a bit more enjoyable, and just enhances that just viewing experience. So the Iron Fist contains actually a lot of nerdy actors, or actors who've been in nerdy shows. The main male lead and female lead have both been in Game of Thrones. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you might pick that up. So for Lord of the Rings fans, the actor who played Faramir is in the show, and he plays quite a devious father figure role. I wonder if he's had any experiences with bad, abusive fathers. That reference is for all the people who enjoy the Lord of the Rings and know the lore and the story. Moving on. So yeah, I'm going to tell you just a paper thin plot just so you get a rough idea. So Danny Rand, as a child, was with his parents in their company jet, and it crashes. Both Danny's mum and father dies in the plane crash, and he gets rescued by some monks. And 15 years later, he comes back to New York to discuss his family's legacy. But things is not as clean shaven as once thought. We're introduced to Joy and Ward Meacham, who play vital characters in the show, and they were childhood friends with Danny. As Danny has been away for 15 years, tries to come back, but both Ward and Joy don't really recognise him. And then it's revealed that Danny has certain powers, or he's very skilled. To put it simply, the show is about family and legacy. If this was a genre show, this is 100% a kung fu superhero Netflix show. Even though Daredevil does it quite well, it's a true not really true, but it respects the idea of martial arts to some degree, and just the way it shoots its fight sequences, which is awesome. I think there's a respect and an appreciation of old school Chinese kung fu movies from like Jackie Chan era. So Curtis, as a martial artist, I think you will appreciate. Moving on. So a lot of fans' concerns from Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, is that the first half is very strong, second half isn't as strong. So critics have been giving the Iron Fist quite a negative reception. A little bit unjust in my personal opinion, and critics have called the show boring, which I disagree with, because one of the Iron Fist's great strength as a series is the arc. Yes, it does take some time to get used to it, and it builds up. How the Iron Fist succeeds over Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones is the idea of it has great arc for the main story, for characters, so it just builds up and it ends very strong for me anyway. So I know Lewis, we've discussed that idea of just the first half's quite strong, second half's not. So I think you'll be able to appreciate just a nice arc, a bit like one of our favourite mangas. So the fight sequences, which I've applauded on due to how it's shot, there's no shaky there's dynamic camera angles. Appreciate the the actors' skill and the way they show it, and the fight sequence scene, there's an element of realism to it. Because I've heard some people complain about Daredevil, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' fight sequence is a bit comic booky. So the Iron Fist sort of plays it down, which some critics have disregarded. But it just adds to the feel of like the Iron Fist is a kung fu master, and he's able to do some great fight sequences because of it. And just, yeah, I would say the Iron Fist's fight sequence is the least comic booky out of the four. Why you should watch Iron Fist? It's mainly because of a few things. One, if you're a fan of Netflix's other series, like I've discussed, you might read negative reviews. I disagree. It's like there's still a quality there, and I can argue that it's better than some of the other superhero TV shows that have way too long seasons and just it's neutered in the way they can tell a story. So I think you'll be able to appreciate that. The Iron Fist is the lead up to the Defenders, or some people might say the mini Avengers, where Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist team up to fight the alien creep. No, that's just Scrawny Weaver. So it's necessary viewing as it leads up to this huge online TV event, which I'm highly looking forward to as it's coming out in 2017. Yes! Also, I'd like to state one of the positives about the Iron Fist for me, some people may view it, a lot of the characters can be seen as kind of despicable as the show progresses. And that's what kind of interesting, because some maybe argue that in superhero shows, there's the typical good guy, typical bad guy, and they fight. It leads towards the strength of the arc of the character, and it's not black and white, it's shades of grey. No, I'm not talking about that movie. And that's what I appreciate, is like, there's different levels to the character. So, thanks for watching. You can follow me at Movie Salesman, and if you enjoyed this, give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and we truly appreciate it. And let me know in the comments down below, or at me on Twitter. Did you like the show? Are you nervous about starting the show? Or did you watch it and you loved it? Or hated it? And I just want to say, thank you. Stay nerdy.